You know what the difference is between the patients who made it and the patients who didn't? It wasn't the disease. It wasn't bad luck. It wasn't even genetics. It was this. The ones who didn't make it all said the same thing when I walked into that room. They said, "Doc, I knew something was wrong. I just kept thinking it would go away." I heard that sentence 10,000 times in 40 years of emergency medicine. 10,000 times. And every single time, I wanted to grab them by the shoulders and say, "Why didn't you listen?" But I couldn't. Because by the time they were in my room, listening didn't matter anymore. I'm Dr. George. I'm 75 years old. I spent 4 decades trying to save people who had already made the decision that ended them. And today, I'm going to tell you what nobody in a white coat will ever say to your face. I graduated top of my class, did my residency on 4 hours of sleep a night for 3 years straight, worked Christmas, worked New Year's, missed my son's first steps, missed my daughter's wedding rehearsal. I gave that hospital everything. You know what that hospital gave me back? A bad back. Tinnitus in my left ear. And a front row seat to watch people destroy themselves in slow motion and call it being responsible. That's what I saw every day. Responsible people. People who showed up to work, paid their bills, took care of everyone around them, and completely, systematically ignored the one machine they cannot replace: their body. Now let me talk to you directly. You feel it, don't you? That thing in your chest when you climb the stairs. The way your sleep has been broken for 2 years, and you keep blaming the mattress. The headaches you've had so long, they feel normal now. The fatigue that hits you by 2 in the afternoon every single day. You've made peace with all of it. You filed it under getting older and moved on. Let me tell you what I filed it under. In 40 years of emergency medicine, warning, warning, warning. Your body has been sending you letters for years. You've been leaving them unopened on the kitchen counter. So here's what I want you to do. And this is going to sound wrong, coming from a doctor. Stop waiting to feel worse. Stop waiting until it's bad enough to bother someone. Stop waiting until you can't ignore it. Stop being proud of how much you can endure. That pride, I've watched it kill more people than cigarettes. There is no medal for being the toughest person in the waiting room. The toughest people I ever knew are in graves right now because they were too proud to say something isn't right. Now let me tell you why you keep ignoring it. Because I know I did it too. You're not ignoring your body because you're stupid. You're ignoring it because you're scared. Scared that if you go get it checked, they're going to find something. And if they find something, your whole life changes. So you make a deal with yourself. If I don't look, it isn't real. I understand that deal. I've watched people make it from both sides of the stethoscope. But let me tell you what that deal actually costs. Every week you wait, the thing that was treatable gets closer to the thing that isn't. The cancer I could have caught at stage 1 becomes the cancer I'm telling your family about in a quiet room with no windows. That conversation, I've had it hundreds of times. I never got used to it. Not once. And every single time, I thought the same thing. 6 months ago, we could have fixed this. Here's the hard truth. Your body is not asking for your attention. It is begging for it. And the longer you make it beg, the less time you have left to actually live in it. So what do? Here's what I tell people now. Step 1, make the list. Tonight, not tomorrow. Tonight, write down every symptom you have been normalizing. Step 2, make the call. I know you hate the doctor's office. I know you're busy. Let me tell you about busy. I watched a father of 3 die in my ER on a Tuesday afternoon because he was too busy to get a checkup. His wife sat in my hallway and asked me one question. Was there anything we could have done? I told her the truth. Yes. One appointment, 12 months ago, would have changed everything. Step 3, stop apologizing for taking up space. You are not bothering me. Your body called you in here. I'm just the translator. I'll tell you what happened to me. I was 68 years old. I'd been having headaches for 6 months. I told my wife I was fine. I told her I was a doctor. She said, "George, you tell your patients not to wait. Why are you waiting?" I got the scan. There was something there. Small. Caught early. I'm standing here today because she said those words. Now I have to be straight with you. Medicine is not magic. But the people who caught it early almost always had more time, more options, more mornings. And the ones who waited, they always wished they hadn't. Every single one. I retired 2 years ago. I could be playing golf, but I spent 4 decades watching people leave too soon. Your body is not your enemy. It is the most honest thing you have. The question is whether you're ready to finally listen. You have one body. One. Not a backup. Not a replacement. Don't make it say it louder to get your attention. Pick up the phone. Make the appointment. Go. Now.